Okay, hi everybody. Today we are doing the Peacock, right? So pretty. And one of the things that we want to accomplish is not just having it be pretty color-wise, you know, like with color crayons would do it too, right? But we're actually going to do paint. So we want to have, the tricks about paint is to have shape, color, and texture. But the shape doesn't matter because I drew it. Okay, so shape, whatever. But the color, we're going to try to make 3D. Okay, I'll fix my camera. It moved. There. It's going to be 3D. So we're going to try to let 3 color values occur at the same time. So a dark color, a medium color, and a light color all the time. So if we scribble and blah, 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 it just becomes one color and it's very boring. So we don't want that. So we give it permission to have different versions and then stop painting. Stop touching it. Just wait. Stop. And that's how you get good, because it's boring to wait for the next step. So we keep painting, but that's going to mix the colors together. Go. Now it's just one color. So boring. Okay. So let me show you. I'll do it up close. I painted it turquoise, right? Turquoise, and then I put these little blue pieces, right? Blue, and they're tiny little dashes, little number 1s for the texture of a bird. But I just go 1, 1, 1, 1. But when I go get blue paint, it's very blue, like blue piece, hello. But as I keep going around, dash, 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 I start to run out of blue, but I give it permission to do that because I get dark areas, medium areas, and when I run out of paint inside the turquoise, it's light. All 3 are nice. But if I go back and retouch it, what color am I going to get? One version of a blue. Now, I like this texture, right? And then the other fun thing is we're going to add color to color and make new colors. So by the time we get to here, we'll totally understand shape, color, and texture. But then we're going to add another color, this magenta. And I dropped off a blob of magenta right there. But then I went, and I'm not going to put more, but I just touched it. And then as I got further away from it, and it mixed with the blue and made purple. And I don't get more. I give it permission to kind of run out, like my paintbrush runs out of magenta, whatever. But I have very magenta, then not very magenta, then invisible magenta, right? So it's 3. I'm always trying to make 3D. That's the funnest part, okay? Because anyone could go, a baby could do that. But we are going to do shape, color, and texture. So 3D color and interesting texture is how we put our paint on. We'll make it look like feathers. Okay? Oh, and I did this one too. Look at this, is both me. Isn't that weird? I know. So this one, I had more white in my, and it's brighter. So I would like when we do ours, add a little bit of white, a little bit more white, so it's brighter like this one. And then in this one, I didn't add any white to the turquoise. See? Different. And then the texture is the same. It's still me painting, but look, it looks different. That's so weird. But my curls are the same. You know why? Because this is how I make my letter 6 and my letter G. So why do the curls look the same on both my paintings? Because I'm the same. Your curls will be slightly different. Right? Because how do you make your G? A little bit different than mine. But we still know it's a whoop, right? Okay, you guys ready? Okay, so here's our painting. And I took this one because look at how badly I drew it. So I'm taking this one. I ruined it, so I took this one. So you would have to have an ugly one. Okay, so we're gonna paint. Open all. Oh, I didn't open my paints yet. Oh, hello. I'm gonna set them all flat. And we can see our colors, right? So how much orange do we use in the whole painting? The beak. But according to our color wheel, we're over here. The whole Peacock, I keep forgetting her name. Peacock is on this side. There's magenta. There's the purple it makes. There's the blue. There's the turquoise. And then there's green inside the spots. So this is where we are. then who's directly across from that? Orange. That's why that orange looks so good. Bold, because she's the exact opposite of all the other colors. So it makes you stare at her face. Makes her face stand out. Okay, so we're going to do orange first and just get the beak out of the way. And you're going to be like, oh no. Oh, I think Kevin fell asleep. Here, slap yourself really hard. And then slap the other side. Make it balanced. There you go. Okay, now we're gonna paint her beak. But if we like, oh, I'm gonna make it too big and she's gonna have a big duck face, right? So I have tricks. Okay, so we're gonna turn our painting like this so she's looking down. You know why? Because our beak will be closer to us and then it will be easier. This is like super far away and up high and my hand is moving, but this I could be tiny and I can hold my my paintbrush by the metal so I could be like little like that. So I'm gonna get my orange, but we outline with the paint first and then it's super easy just to scribble in the middle. But to outline something, you actually, this is true for the whole painting, right? Your paintbrush, touch your paintbrush to the canvas no matter how little and it goes, right? It opens. Well, you actually outline with one hair that gets rid of the Sharpie for you and you move that one hair around. It's making a big blob, but we are only staring at one hair. I'll show you. So I'm going to stab my orange because she's such a tiny paintbrush. She can only hold so much paint. So I just go stab there. See? I can't get more. I can't get less. It's just orange. Okay. And this is our very first thing. But it's a V. It's a V. But we do an upside down V. Down. So it's like land and push down. Look, it'll come to a point. Fleek. And then fleek. And then what would be the top? Rainbow. Once we get rid of Sharpie, so easy to fill in. I'll show you. Get close. But I'm gonna land in the beak and watch my paintbrush open. Oh yeah, she's bigger, right? But now I'm gonna sneak her up, sneak. Okay, there, I covered the Sharpie. And then I pull down, stop. Okay, now I can do the other side. Land in the middle, sneak up, by Sharpie. There. I didn't even have to fill it in. Because the paintbrush filled the whole beaky part. See? It's just a straight, oh, I just made her beak wider. Ta-da! And the paintbrush wants to open because she can't help it. She's not a pencil and she gets bigger when you put pressure on it. So we're adapting that by you land in her beak, whoop, and then it opens so you didn't hurt nothing. Then you sneak up to the Sharpie and go pull. And then, oh, and we don't use water. Manuel, I see you have a cup of water. We don't need water. Because one single drip of water escapes from your paintbrush and it erases all the paint. Happened to me. So we're staying in one color family. Remember the color wheel? So we won't make any ugly colors where you have to wash your paintbrush. But we can clean our paintbrush with a paper towel. So we get a paper towel and we just it's already dirty. And I just put my paintbrush in it and fold it over and give it a pinch. And there's still a little bit of orange in there. So pinch it again. Will it become perfectly clean? No, because I'm gonna get blue paint, turquoise paint after this, and it will cover up the orange. But I get most of it out with a little pinch. Pinch. Oh, okay, I did it too hard. I pull the paintbrush apart. Put it back together. Clip. Awesome. Were you able to keep it a point? Did you make it a point? And then you filled it in the middle, like Yep. Okay. Now we can stand it back up. And some people, if you're really tiny, like little kids, they will still paint like this. But what happens is that wherever their ones go, this way, their ones point down. But also on the neck and also on the face and wait. So why do we have to turn it? So that our hand will naturally go the direction of the feathers, right? Okay, but now we're gonna make these little, her crown. And she has more of those, but if you do more than 3 with paint, because the paint goes, right, it just looks like too many. So I just want to get rid of the Sharpie. And this paintbrush, she's called a round, because when I push on it like this, it makes a round top to it, right? Well, that'll work for us, because aren't there little beads on the top? Well, they're little feather poofs at the top. So if I get my turquoise and I just go like this and I land at the top, and my paintbrush will open, boop, and then I just pull. So it will start off really big, poof, and then as I pull, it closes all by itself. Okay, so should we scribble it up and down? No? Let me show you what that will do. Watch this. I open my my turquoise tried to spill. There, watch. I'll show you how to ruin it. So I go, smash, oh, nice and round, adorable, and pull. Perfection, right? Let me ruin it. What keeps happening? It keeps getting bigger and bigger. No. So if I get paint, which is kind of a poke of paint, means a lot of paint, and then I land and she's nice and round. And then I pull, oh, 1 stroke, she's more smooth, and she didn't get bigger. You ready? That was just an explanation, but it's going to be true when we do everything. So I get my turquoise. And it doesn't stay just turquoise. No, we streak it with some dark blue. Well, the purpley blue. Do you see purpley blue? Yeah, we're going to do that next. So I just go, all right, let me try. So I just stab my turquoise. Poke. Okay. She can only hold that much paint, right? Poke. Well, it's just the right amount. Watch this. But I have to get a poke for each one because I want it thick. So it goes poke, pull. Then I get more paint. Poke, pull. Okay, watch. Okay, now I'm going to go like this and go smash, and it opens. Oh, and then I pull a number 1. And then I get another poke because I want it nice and round at the top. And I go smash, pull. Bye, Sharpie. Now you do it. Smash. And hold it straight ahead like a pencil. Straight ahead. Don't use the side of your paintbrush. What will happen? It's too wide, and it'll make a big wide line. So straight ahead like a pencil. And pull, smash, pull. Oh, see, I didn't get paint for that one. It's all see-through. Poke. Okay, let me try again because I was talking. Smash, I forgot. There, I did it. Did I scribble? No.
Can we do it to all of them?
All 3. And some of my silver Sharpie shows a little. But watch, we're about to put blue on it. And the blue kind of makes them slightly bigger. And if you notice this blue, she's such a bright, pretty blue. But what color does she dry as? Look at this. I didn't use the black in there. I just put blobs of this blue, and it turned that dark. Look at, there she is with no turquoise in her. She's actually very dark when she dries because the gel that she's floating in her turns clear. Okay? They float in a gel. So now I'm going to get this blue. Well, if I want it mostly turquoise, how much blue decoration does it need? Do I repaint it blue? No. I'm just going to put a little teeny tiny little swoop right down the middle of it just to give it, because how many color values do we need for 3D? 3. Dark, medium, light. So the blue is the darkest. If it mixes with the turquoise, it's medium. But if turquoise is by herself, that's our light. So dirty paintbrush doesn't matter because we're about to decorate. But how much do you think? A little bit. So let's go and poof, just some. A little bit. I didn't do a hard stab. I just went and poof. A little bit. Okay, let's decorate. And it only works when the other paint is still wet. It'll mix. Otherwise, you're just painting over it a new color. So now I'm just going to try to land softer so I can stay in just the belly of that string. So I go, okay, let me try. And I just go land, swoosh. Oh, it streaks itself. That's so neat. Maybe a teensy tiny. Oh, I can get some off my lid because my lid has just a teensy bit. Okay, let me try again. So I got a teensy speck. And I land and pull super soft so I'm not as wide. Because what happens when you smash hard with your paintbrush? She opens. Well, if they don't smash as hard, she's little. Isn't that pretty? Now another little teeny tiny poke for the third one. and then streak. Now I have turquoise, blue, and some of the turquoise mixed with the blue. 3D. But like we paint like this all the time, and we're just like tick, 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 paint, paint, paint. Good job. Now I can clean my paintbrush from that dark blue. Give it a pinch. Who thinks that's pretty? Now you know the whole idea of the whole painting. Do we scribble our colors together? No. We put turquoise and then try to make little baby dashes of decoration for feathers. Sometimes a lot of turquoise shows, and sometimes when I first get blue, it's very dark, but all are nice. Dark, medium, light. Okay, so let's try. Oh no, if we do the face, I'm going to forget where that eye is, so I can't paint over it. So the only way is to outline all the pieces in the face in turquoise first. So how do we outline in paint? We land inside the forehead, because that's all going to be turquoise. Goodbye, Sharpie. And then above the eye decoration, you know, they wear a mask, a little white mask. And then, oh, I'm going to go around that. Oh, my God. I got to do this whole face and outline the eye. I do. Okay, so how much turquoise? Well, we could just stab the turquoise. We could get a lot. Turquoise. Stab. Because the tiny decoration is the blue, right? So I'm going to land. Watch me. Everybody watch. Pause. Pause what you're doing and watch what I'm doing. I'm going to land on her forehead. Smash. Okay, now I can sneak up. Do rainbow. And I'm going to cut off the bottom of those feathers. Don't care. And then, oh, look at I ran out of paint that fast. But it's okay. I know where there's more. Look. Now I can land and try to sneak down to my beak. Oh, down. Oh, oh, oh. And then, oh, around her eye. Oh, okay. I'm staring at one hair of the paintbrush. Now you do it. It's hard. But pull, look, everybody watch. Pull your painting closer to you so you can get closer to it. Pull it. So you can get all, and hold it by the metal so you can be so tiny. See? Because the only part that's tiny is the face. As soon as we get past face, it's fun time. So we just go, okay, let me protect the eye, because I will never be able to draw that if I paint over it, and I'm not there, so I can't help these. Rainbow. And then sneak down above the eye, around the eye thing, right? Oh, what about the bottom? Okay, so I got to do her cheek. So I'm going to land in her cheek. And I go smash. Okay, now what? Let me just scooch over in front of the camera. And then I go, scooch closer, closer, closer. Oh, I'm touching the Sharpie. Now I can make a smile. Okay. I think my face is bigger than yours. That's why I took this one, because my Sharpie moved when I was drawing. Okay, see, now that we have outlines and you outline it good, the forehead, around the eye, chin, once you have an outline, how easy is it to fill in? Because once you outline something, will your brain let you go outside the lines? No. So now we can just go, oh, goodbye black stuff, just the face, blah, 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 blah. There, super easy. Turquoise face. Because the trick is a smooth outline. Doesn't the peacock spend a lot of time smoothing his feathers with his beak? We want to give him a well-groomed, smooth edge. Her eye, her little mask is going to be white, but we're going to do the texture before that turquoise dries. So remember, hold it straight ahead, and don't tilt your paintbrush like this. Watch how big the side of the paintbrush is. Let me show you. If I hold it like this, the side, it's actually the humongous, right? If I'm trying to be tiny, I'm straight ahead. Pencils, you can do that, but paintbrushes, they go blah, and they open. Okay, now you ready to decorate? You want to try? So I'm gonna now get some blue, and I go, okay. So look at my two different ones. Her head, right? So I'm like, oh. This one I definitely used more blue, but I still like that one. Well, I don't know. I don't know. You decide. But I'm gonna put little, and how big are they? you know that phone number dash in a phone number, how little it is? Tick, beep, beep, like tiny. It's not a number one. Number ones are huge. But I just go tick, 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 tat, 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 and I barely touch it. And I try not to touch the same place twice, because then you're just smashing the blue into the turquoise. Okay, so we're just doing the face right now. Now I'm going to get some blue, and I just go step. Okay. And so when I first land with this color, how blue is it going to be? Very blue. But when does the magic actually happen? When I run out of blue. So everybody pause and look up. Watch this. Everybody pause and you watch me, right? Even though you're busy, watch. So my first one, because it's a huge amount of blue, is very blue. Okay. The next one is not very blue, less blue, invisible blue, disappearing. Now that I almost have no blue on my paintbrush, could I go back and visit other places? But I try not to touch the same place twice, and I'm making texture, and I'm just putting this pretty little texture on the turquoise. Okay, now I'm completely out. It won't go anymore. So now I can get another poke. Okay, and then I go, and touch, 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 touch. Oh, well, I have too much turquoise showing. Okay, let me touch it again. Because the feathers touch, right? They're feathers. Okay, and then I ran out of blue really fast that time. I think I only got 3 pokes out of it. What the heck? Where's my blue at? I don't think I stabbed hard enough. I think I was too gentle. Okay, so watch. When I first go, way blue. What the? But after that, they'll go less blue. As my paintbrush runs out of blue, it actually gets 3D because I get different versions of blue. And is turquoise still alive? Yes, turquoise is still there, but dark pieces of blue, medium pieces of blue, and light pieces of blue. And I could do teeny tiny touches. But I try not. What? Everybody pause and look up. Watch this. Here's my dark blue. Watch me touch it more. Where'd it go? I just mushed it into the turquoise. So touching it a whole bunch just makes a color. I don't want a color. I could have just stirred them together on my plate and made a color. I like the texture, right? Who's got good texture? I know, right? You're like, I did not know how, and now I know how. How'd that happen? You're on Earth. You only learn by doing. If you watched me do this, would you know how to do it? No. You only know how to do, like when the teacher shows you math, do you know math? No. When do you actually learn math? When you do it, right? So you're like, oh, what? Why is she jumping right in? I don't know what I'm doing. Because you can only learn by doing. And then you figure it out. Okay, now I'm going to clean my paintbrush because I'm going to get white for that eye, right? And I want this off, this turquoise off. Get off my paintbrush. Okay, there. It still looks blue. You know, still looks blue, but most of it's off. Now I need white. And it looks silver, which is cool, but white's better. And when you're putting the white on, what if you touch the edges and get some turquoise or some blue in it? It's a shadow. We don't care. It's nice. Okay, but what shape is that? Isn't that the same as the shape of these little hairs where we land and pull? It's the same. Land and pull. Right? Who wants to turn theirs like this so you could get closer to the beak again?
All right, peace out, Kevin.
You can watch the YouTube video later. He left already. Okay, now I'm going to get white. How much white do you think for that tiny little space? Stab it hard? Maybe just a tiny bit. So I'm just going to sneak up and just get a, some. Not a hard stab, right? Just some. Look how much different this white paint is. She's thicker, right? So she's going to behave different. Different companies, right? They use different amount of water in their paint. It's the only thing that changes. Okay, watch this. Now, how do I do? I want my paintbrush to open, and then I pull towards her beak, and it just gets small. We did this trick already. So watch. I touch the back of her eye. I go smash. And it opens to the whole size of the eye hole. But then as I pull, I do it softer, 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 softer. Beak. Oh, it's the same trick as those hair things. Nice. And I didn't get any blue in mine. Right? And I turned it like this. How come? So I could get closer. Smash. Pull. Did it? Just so I could get closer. This is possible, but I tend to feel like I'm floating my arms up high and my arms move because they're full of blood and muscle. So if I can get closer and pull my arms in tight to myself, I could be more tiny. Like this. So look how close your arms are to your body, and you're balancing yourself with you're using the pressure against yourself. When you went like this, it's like, oh, that is tinier, and I'm not wiggling. This, when your arms are away from you, your arm jumps around and will not behave because of gravity. Good job. Okay, now we clean our paintbrush, and then, can you find black? Oh, and you could do a black eye or a blue eye. Let me show you. Whoop. Right, that's a black one, right? And it's a speck. And there's a blue one. You decide. Okay, but we're not going to use our paintbrush. What do paintbrushes do when you put pressure on them? Blit! No. What if we use our stick and make a little miniature dot, right? And you choose black or blue, because the blue, what color she dries really, really dark, so it looks almost black. You saw that. So I'm gonna go with black, just because it will, high contrast, white on black. But I just need a touch of black. Whoa, I missed. Okay. All mine fell to the side. There, let me find a puddle. Okay, there, poke. Okay, and then I just land in the middle of the round part. And I just go and touch. Perfection. It's a little circle. And then we can lick our paintbrush off. No, you disgustos. You don't eat paint. You just use a paper towel and wipe it off. Who did it? Nobody. Simon says, okay, now, okay, so we know everything there is to know about how to do this painting. We outlined, and it's smooth, right? We did 3D, and texture, where we gave it permission to be dark, medium, light, where texture is little flickies, right? Well, let's look at the painting. It's like the whole thing. Turquoise parts, little blue parts, right? And then we add magenta, and then we, and then these are round little teardrops with green in the middle. Oh my, we know how to do everything. Now we just have to do it. You guys ready? And don't go slow. The only time you have to go slow is to do a nice smooth outline. After that, paint, 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 dash, 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 dash. Don't be like all perfect and freak yourself out. It'll take forever and you'll be all frustrated, right? Just paint and have fun. Okay, so now we're going to outline from her neck to her shoulders. And we have to do it in pieces because acrylic paint is water-based paint, so the air steals our water out of our paint. And if we do too much of it, it will dry before we could put the blue on it. So we do it in small sections. So now I'm going to get my turquoise, and I just stab my turquoise because I need to make a nice smooth line. And the thicker the paint, the smoother the line. So I just go stab. And why is that? I'll show you. You know how a bulldozer pushes sand like this? Push. But on either sand, there'd be a pile of sand? We're using that idea when we outline. Watch. I land inside her neck, smash, and go up to it, but I don't wiggle, do I? I push paint. And a thick bead of paint comes squishing out the side to cover up the Sharpie. But it's because it was thick. It pushed out the sides, the paint, and it's that thickness of paint that made it smooth. If it was not enough paint, I'd be tempted to start scribbling. And then she'll be a furry neck, right? So I get a lot of paint and I just go smash, and then my paintbrush opens and I push my paint like a slow bulldozer, and the paint squishes out the sides, super thick. And then you're like, oh, do I wiggle? No. I want her to have nice, smooth prune. She prunes herself. Prims herself. What's that called? I forget. Okay, now the other side. Stab my turquoise. So I have a lot. Now I could do the back of the neck. and up to her shoulders. Wee, and I push my paint. Look, it got ratty right there. I ran out of paint and it got fuzzy. Like, let me get more paint and see if I can make it smoother. It's the thickness of the paint that made it smooth. And when I ran out of paint, I didn't stop. Okay, there, I fixed it. When you run out of paint, just stop and get more paint. It's right there in your cup. Don't wiggle. But I don't think I did it very smooth. Let me try again. Smooth. Okay. And now we just filled it in turquoise, that little neck to shoulder part. Just fill it with turquoise. Because when does the actual decorating happen? With the blue. So you just go, turn it turquoise. Nobody cares, right? And then we'll do it delicate with the blue. So I just stab my turquoise and I just smush it around. Once you outline something, do you go outside the lines? No, because it's a built-in thing in a human brain. It's your parents' fault because they were humans. So you just go, scribble, 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 smush, and you just shove the paint around. And I did go outside the line, so I lied. Okay, there, I fixed it. Push, shove, push. I was trying to show off how scribbly I could be, and I sure went out the lines. So you get it all wet with turquoise. Doesn't matter, because we're not letting that texture stand, right? No, that's not feather texture. It's scribble. Babies can do that. Now, because we have higher level skills and we can print letters evenly spaced apart, the same height. How did you learn how to make letters all the same size and evenly spaced apart? I don't know, but now it's a skill of yours. You own it. So now we can use it. Now I'm going to clean my paintbrush off of the turquoise. Oh yeah, you don't have to. I forgot. Turquoise and blue can't hurt each other. So I'm going to stab my blue now. Stab! And what if I touch the face a little bit and I get blue on the face? It's the same colors. They're not going to hurt each other. The feathers can touch the face and the neck. It doesn't matter, right? So I just go, okay, at first it's going to be very blue, and it's very blue. Okay, I want to be smaller than that. That was aggressive. But I go dash, 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 dash. I'm running out. Okay, more. Dash, dash. Pick it up and drop it off somewhere else and pick it up and drop. Okay, now I'm out of paint. Nothing's happening. Okay, now I need to get more. Step. So wherever I land will be a dark area. Dark, medium, light. But when I run out of paint is actually when the magic happens, because I'm able to make medium and light. So there's my first, it's so dark. Now I just pick it up and drop it off and dash, dash. Ooh, look at the wet blue next to the dark blue on the face. They're totally different shades. Isn't that weird? Because when they dry, they change colors. Oh, this is my explanation. You know when you go to Home Depot and open the can of white paint and you wanted to order brown paint and then you're like, that's white. And like, I know. This is the gel that's going to spread the brown pigment around for you. It'll turn clear like Elmer's glue. So when paint dries, it's a different color than when it's wet because of the gel that turns clear. So you're like, okay, now I'm going to go dash, 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 dash. Oh, I ran out. Nothing's happening. More paint. More blue. And then when I land, it's very dark. Okay. But then I pick it up and drop it off. Dashy, 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 dashy. And why can't I touch the same place twice? What will happen? It'll just be like smushed together. Look at her forehead where I did that. It just became one color. Remember that? Where you're just like, I don't know what that. I like the texture everywhere else. Dash, 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 dash. Oh, I ran out of paint. Nothing's happening. And can the feathers overlap? Can they touch? Yes. Can they be next to each other? Yes. Can they be touching? Yeah. They're feathers. You just doesn't matter. It's all about and are you getting 3D? Dark areas, medium areas, and turquoise areas? Yeah. Or are you scribbling and making a color? Right? So who thinks that looks neat? Did you get 3D? I know. And then who's being way more soft with the dashes than you were when you put the turquoise on? So the texture, when you put texture on, it's way more tiny and softer, right? Than when you put the turquoise on, right? So we're like, one is for painting, blah, 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 and one is decorating. Okay, let's do it more. So now we can do her tummy. Here's his. The boys have the feathers. So it's his tummy and his back, right? And then just don't go past the eyes right there. We'll save that. Okay, so do I have to clean my paintbrush? They don't hurt each other at all. So I stab my turquoise. How do we outline with paint? Right? So now you know. Do I have to say it out loud? You have proof you know how. So I don't need to say it. But I will. So I smash my paintbrush, smash in the black tummy, and then I sneak up. Oh, and then I touch the Sharpie and I push my paintbrush. One hair is doing the magic, and then I ran out of paint. Now it's invisible. I don't like it. More paint. There. Push. Perfect. Did I scribble? No, I just push like a bulldozer, and the thickness of the paint squishes out the side thick and smooth. So it's the thickness of your paint that makes it smooth. That's his tummy. Of course, I went outside the lines because I was going fast, showing off. Okay, now his back, down the back. So I just stab my turquoise stab. And I just go, all right, bye, Sharpie. Right? And I land in her back, and then I sneak down. Sneaking, sneak. Okay, there, it's covered. Now I can push. Push. Like driving a car. Oh, got dry. See-through. There's paint on the other side of my paintbrush. I forgot about that. Who knew about that? No paint. I could use that side. Boom. Who already knows what's going to happen? I know. Paint it all in with the turquoise after it's outlined and put little blue dashes on it. So when we do anything that we're learning, first you have to be frustrated, confused, and afraid. You don't know what's going on. Then you have understanding. Then it's easy and boring. So are we at easy and boring or just understanding? Understanding. It's easy, right? So I just stab my turquoise and, fill in her tummy. La, 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 la. Oh, it's big. I have to get more paint. Stab. Shovey, pushy. But I go slow near the edges because showing off is proving not to be helpful. Okay, scribbly. Noise. Make it all turquoise. Scribbly. Because it doesn't matter how we put the turquoise on. Right? Shia? Is that your name? Yeah. So outline the tummy and the back, then fill it in. Get a nice outline first. Then when you fill it in, you won't go outside the lines because that's a human trick. That's a human brain thing. It's from all those years you were using coloring books. You did not know that you were learning this skill right there. Letting your hand stop before it crosses over a line, and it's built in now. Wow. What do you think of turquoise now all by itself? Is that interesting to look at? So boring. I hate it. Is that 3D? No. So how do I get a 3D texture? Put the blue on it. Dark, medium, light. Running out of paint. Who understands it now? And you know what's awesome? You have proof that you understand it. So do the rest. Do you need me to talk about it? I think you've mastered it, right? So now I get a stab of blue, right? And I just go, all right, let me try. So when I first make my first dash, is a whole bunch of blue. Oh my God, right? It's very blue. But then after that, it'll become less. And I'm running out of blue, and then it disappears, so I stop. But, oh, look at, I made a line. I didn't let the shoulder and the tummy touch. I should have attached them like a zipper, like sewed them together. There. They're the same colors. They can't hurt nothing. Okay, there. I can let them touch. There. Okay, now I need more blue. I stop. And it's very blue. Very blue. Okay. Oh, that's too big. I was supposed to be tiny. Okay, I'll just change her texture being softer right now. I'll improve it. I'm showing off. Okay, dash, 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 little tiny, tiny dashes. And I can go visit the shoulder area and then fall back down in the tummy area. And then what do I allow? Dark, medium, light? Yes, I do. Sometimes it's very, very blue, and sometimes it's disappearing blue. All are good. Who likes their texture so far? Right? And then are all your blues touching? They are. Is there any space between your blues? No. How many feathers all touch? Right? They overlap each other. So do not be afraid just to let them boing, 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 all over each other. Gracie, put more blue. Go like this. You know what? I think you love math. You know why? Those are all evenly spaced apart and the exact same size. Math person. Try to make feathers instead of a math graph. There you go. Look at you. Nice texture. And then just add more whenever it's a little see-through. And give it permission to be dark areas, medium. And look at theirs. Now the texture's coming. Here comes feathers. Nice. See, that's the texture of feathers. You had them all like a little perfect little math grid. Math brains are different. They like them all even and lined up and all straight. Okay. Oh, I need to keep going. Look, I still have some. What am I doing? I was talking. Okay. Na 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 na. Does anyone else get behind when you get distracted and start talking? And the teacher's like, "Hey, hello." Do you know there's two kinds of people in every classroom? Those that get done at first, and then they get done real fast, and then they start talking because they're bored. And that's terrible because they get in trouble, right? And then there's the people who finish so slow, there's never enough time to finish anything, and they're all upset, and that's terrible. So just be glad you're the version you are, because they're both terrible. But it also depends on the class. Because some classes I was super fast, and I was talking, and then other classes are like, this is the hardest, I hate this class, the teacher hates me, like that, because I was freaking out. I was scared. So I'm always afraid that I'm dumb because I'm not learning it like instantly like someone else who has a math brain. And I'm like, I'm not just like them. I'm unique and I don't have their brain. I'm different. Okay, so who feels like that was successful? I know. So what we can now we're gonna go this far. Okay, this far. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Oops, I got paint on my hand. Right? And I just go, oh, okay, 5 of them like that, like to there. But before we do the little eyes, we want to put some magenta that turns into purple. But we need magenta to live where she's dark. And then we walk away and they become invisible and they turn purple. It's the best. The best. Okay. But we have to, put the turquoise and the blue first. So who thinks this is going to be way faster this time? By a million. Because I don't understand. I'm scared. I'm afraid. I think I understand it. Boring and easy. I think we're at boring and easy already. You already know how to make feathers, right? Okay, so let's make it harder with some magenta. So I clean my paintbrush. And I stab my turquoise. Uh-oh. What about those eyes? I'll get paint in them. What if I just outline them? We already know how. But I want to stay around them, not in them. So I have to land in the background. I'm above it like this. Everybody pause and look up. I'm above it. Smash. Oh, let one hair touch it from the outside. Because all that's turquoise anyway. That makes sense? So, and try to do it in 2 lines. Don't try to go around them. That makes an egg. So I land and pull, and then I land above it and pull down. That'll keep them pointy. Remember the beak? It's an upside down. Now it's an upside down V. So I get the turquoise, I go stab, and I go above it, smash, under it, like a 6. And then I go back up to the top, and pull, there. But don't go around them. That's an egg shape. It'll round the top, and that's not it. They're shaped like, they're called eyes. And I will keep saying eyes and you'll think, I already did the peacock eye. What is she talking about? No, they're called eyes on the peacock feather. I think it's supposed to intimidate predators. I don't know. Or scare the hen. All those eyes staring at her. She's like, ugh. The hens are brown. So they can hide. And I don't know how he doesn't get eaten by all the predators. He can't even fly because his feathers are so heavy. Nice design, angels. But they're pretty. Okay, there. Now that I have my outline around my eyes, you know the eye I mean. Now I could just outline the Sharpie from the outside. Hello. Like that. Oh, we're painting these eyes, right? So everybody pause and look up. What if the white gets on top of the blue? So let's make them bigger. And then do they have to be perfectly smooth? No, they can even mix with the turquoise. Because they're made out of feathers, so they're rough. So don't overthink it and be like, oh, mine has to be perfectly smooth. No. Because it's made out of feathers, so it's teardrop shaped. But don't overthink it. It's ish. Okay, now let's paint the rest of it. So everything not an outline is turquoise. So I stab my turquoise and scribbly. And there, and there, and there, and there, and scribbly. Because we got to put our blue decorations. And scribbly, and oh, I don't want that silver on my back. There, I got it. There. And then scribble on down here. And then, does it matter the texture of putting the turquoise on? No, because we decorate with the blue. And then we get to put the magenta. We're going to take it up a notch with the magenta. But we're still in that same color family. Remember the color wheel? We're right there next to each other. The magenta is right there next to that purple. And we're filling it in with little scribbles. Right? Ooh, who knows what to do already? Did you turquoise it? Well then, put your blue decoration. So we stab our blue, look. And now I get, and am I gonna make like a line right there where the tail meets the body? No, I can let some of the blue go up into the tummy and down into the tail. They're all the same color. Just like sew them together so there isn't a space. Pick it up. Oh, I ran out. See? I need more. I have to keep an eye on it because I'll just keep playing, but I'm already out of paint. Question?
What am I supposed to use?
Oh, tiniest paintbrush. Now we're decorating it with blue paint. You want to see the original? We're going to put all the way down to here, right? We're going to put the blue, but then we add a magenta pieces. Make purple. But first we have to decorate with blue. Dash, 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 1, 1, 1, 1, like that. And then when I start to run out of paint, it's the best. Because then I get like lighter, because now I'm getting 3D, because it's dark, medium, and then as I run out, it's totally light. Dark, medium, light, and then I ran out. I need more. Boop. So when I first land, who already knows all this? You already know this. I land, and it's very, very dark, but then I pick it up and drop it off, and pick it up and drop it off, dash, dash, dash. Another question? Uh-huh.
Where are the paintbrushes?
It's one little blue paintbrush.
No, in our material bag.
Oh, in the material bag.
So look inside the bag where this is in. It's going to be in the bag where this is in, but it's a little small one, so it's going to be at the bottom.
Or it's stuck in your napkins, or stuck behind inside the painting. I don't know. They hide.
Perfect, you found it.
Who's getting good at their texture? Who's so confident right now? I know. Good job. Somebody, can you mute yourself? I hear an echo. Oh, it's Luke. Luke, can you turn your microphone off?
Okay.
Thank you. How confident are you? And then, do you even think about how much blue paint to get on your paintbrush? No. That's how fast you learned it. You have an excellent brain for learning. So did we learn by watching me paint? No. You just dive in and start doing it, and then your brain just figures it out. You're like, yeah, but I could ruin it. Maybe. But if you're human and you can follow directions, you're pretty much going to figure it out. This is Earth, and this whole place is a setup. You don't know how to do something, then you do it, then you know how. She's like, but I don't know how right now. I know. You haven't done it yet. It's a crazy setup. Okay, now I clean my paintbrush pinch. Who wants to see me do the magenta? You guys ready? Okay, watch this. Now I'm going to open my magenta. Where is she? There she is. I find her. Okay, and she is right. She's red, but look how close she is to purple. I'll show you. Right? Oh, so there's the purpley blue we've been using, the blue violet, right? Not purple. And then here is magenta. So they're secondary colors to each other. See that? They're on either side of purple. So, and she does dry this dark, not this dark. This, remember, this is mostly gel. So I go, okay. Well, I'm just gonna put a blob of magenta and then play with it, right? So first watch me do it. But you could drop off the turquoise with me. So we're going to put one slightly into the tummy. Burr, turquoise, magenta. Then we get more magenta. And then on her top back, right there, right? Let's do that. So I get my magenta and I just go, stop. Okay. No, that wasn't even enough. My magenta, it's on the side of the cup because my cup was on its side. It's right here. Okay, there. Now I got some. There. I got a scoop of it. Question?
Can we color it if we want?
Yeah, go ahead. Because you're coming in late and you kind of missed it, but these are the color choices that you have. Turquoise and blue is the color of a peacock. Okay, now I got my magenta, and I'm just gonna drop it. I just like a big scoop blob. I just drop it off like this. I don't care. Now you do it. Just drop off a blob.
Looking good, Gracie.
We'll drop it off like a blob. And then I get another scoop of magenta, scoop, and put it near her back. A little lower down. Okay, am I gonna leave it like that? Because that looks bad. That looks dumb, right? How about if we change her texture right there on top of those scratches, just with it real soft with the tip of my paintbrush, just change her texture. Dash, 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 dash. Then dash, dash. Oh, I went outside the lines. Dash, 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 dash. There. She's still magenta, right? She has that texture, feather texture. Now, let's go near it and around it and let it run out of paint. Okay, everybody pause and look up. Watch me. Okay, I'm going to touch the very, very edges of it and then go around it and around it and around it and try to run out of paint. Watch this. So I'm just going to scratch at the sides of it. I use the paint that's on there, but I just go scratch, scratch. Oh, I went around it. Now let me go around it again and I'm running out of paint. Oh, and then I go around it again and I'm super far away, but it's turning so purple because it's mixing with the blue. And I ran out and now I can't go any farther because I'm out of paint. And I give it permission to be deep magenta in the middle, then medium around the outside, and then I run out, and as farther away that I get, the less it's magenta, and it becomes purple. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh, I just did that with a mistake because the up here on her tummy is dry, so I just painted over it magenta. It wasn't supposed to be like that. Don't look at that. That was an accident. Don't look at that. Her tummy is dry. I can't go that high. It won't make a new color. Okay, now what about this one? So I go around it. Well, I can only go on one side of it. The other side is the black, right? So I'm going to go far away from it and farther away from it and farther away. And then it's turning into invisible magenta, invisible. And I'm going, and I don't stop until I can't stop because I still have some on my paintbrush. I'm walking. Wow, look how far away I got. I still had magenta on my paintbrush, so I didn't stop, and then it's gone. Okay, They're like little extras. But I went, look how big mine is. Everybody pause. Oh, it's like 4 fingers by 3 fingers by 2 fingers. It's not tiny. It's a big whoochy, whoochy. Magenta goes high, magenta goes low. And if just playing with it makes it purple, so just play with it. Who cares? It's purple. It's fun. And then when it disappears, yes, you can call me Pixie.
Oh, Pixie. Teacher Pixie of artist. I like you to say that name. I was a little late.
Yes.
But I catch
You caught up?
this.
Okay. You could if you did miss the face, you could I'm gonna upload a video to teacher and you could just watch the beginning part. And then you could do the face. Because that's where we learned how to stay inside the lines too. Okay, who's ready to do the some of the eyes? What color are the eyes? I'm gonna show you. It's super easy. Look, it's white, 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 with green in the tummy, green in the tummy, green in the tummy, green in the tummy, green in the tummy. But I never touch the edge. I get as close to the edge as I want, but I don't touch the edge. And then these ones are blue. Do you see? Oh, do you see that they're blue? But look how dark he dries. And then let me show you black. And I want you to choose. And then these are black. So which one do you like better? You decide. So they're like little tiny eyes. You know how we all have the black.
Let me see what you got.
So we clean our paintbrush pitch. Okay, now I go, okay, now I can do the eye. What if I go out, make the eye slightly bigger and touch the turquoise paint? They're my eyes on my painting. I can do that if I want. So I just poke my white paint, poke. But how do you outline? We know, right? So I land inside the eye and I go smash and I go whoosh. But I go land and pull. Wait, that's not enough paint. I was way too delicate. Okay, watch. I land and pull, then go back up to the top, land and pull. And I'm just going to outline them all because it's super easy. And land and pull. Oh, I got a little bit of blue in mine. Look at, do I hate it? No. Looks like a decoration, like I planned it. Now more white, okay, because remember, the thicker the paint, the more paint on there, the smoother the edge, right? Oh yeah, but these are feathers, so if it turns out a little ratty, we don't care. Okay, now I'm going to go land and pull. It's like a little 6. And then land and pull. This is just how we did the eye, the little eye mask. And then I land and pull, and land and pull, and land. Oh, need more paint. Poke. My table's behind me. Excellent design, teacher. You guys are right there on your tables. Your paints are right there. You're so lucky. Whoosh, there. Okay, now that I have them outlined, how easy is it to fill in? Little itty bitty scribble does it. Blah, 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 blah. I don't even need to get more paint. I just smush around what I got. Blah, 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 blah. There. Okay. What if I get some blue in it? Built-in shadow, like I planned it. I'm just lucky like that. And then what happens to it? This one is the black. Oh, a green. Look at how rough my edges are. Look at, you didn't hate that. Look at this one. It's all rough. Don't hate it. Okay, and then this one, I did smoother. Both are nice. It's a texture thing, right? So now I'm going to get green. Can you find green? Where is she? There she is. Not as she, but look at where she is on the color wheel, right? So green is up here. There was my turquoise. We have purpley blue, and then we had magenta, all on the same side. So I go, all right. So you fill it in like an egg yolk, but you can scribble it as big as you want, but you just don't let it touch the edges, right? So what? Look how thick this one is. It's like Jello. Where? So I go, okay, poke. And I just got a little bit. Because these are teeny tiny little eyes, so I don't know how it's going to change, so I do it. Then I understand it. And I don't know how much paint you're getting, so just get paint and then go, oh, that's too much. Oh, that's too little. Earth, right? So just go, okay. So I just go, okay, And then scribbly, scribbly, scribbly. Oh, it mixes with the white a little bit. Oh, it got shimmer shinier. And then oh, no, see, each one would like their own green. That's too light. The white eats up all the green. Isn't she pretty in the cup? And then you go to put her on the white, and she totally changed. So I'm going to get another poke of green. A little scoop of it. She keeps turning disappeary with the white, and I fill it in. Question?
Look at it wearing sunglasses.
You're playing around. Look at you. It looks like one of those cool parrots.
Look how mine's turning out.
Nice. Oh wait, who said it? Oh, there's Benjamin. Nice. Nice. Don't forget, Benjamin, the turquoise always gets the blue treatment. And then I fill in the eye with the green. Oh, there. But you know what? Let's not put our black or our blue eye on there yet. Let's let this green dry a little bit. If we just keep painting the tail, we can always put the blue at the last minute in the middles. Because I feel like if we put blue right now, won't blue and green just make turquoise again? So like, let's let the green rest. And then we'll do the little dot in the middle later. So I clean my paintbrush pitch. Okay, who's ready to do more? Okay, look. Okay, so let's do like cut it in half, right? Get halfway, right? And I just outline everything, turquoise it, put blue. But the way I put magenta, okay, is I kind of do a zigzag pattern. So I went above, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. And then of course the middle needs some. See that? I'm going to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. But then I walk around with it and make purple, right? So magenta kind of ends up everywhere, like that. So now I can go like boom. And who thinks this is going to be faster? Right? So turquoise, blue, add a little magenta, do the eyes, moving on. So I don't know. Yes, you do. You have proof. Okay? Because you have a good brain for learning. And then as soon as you do it, you're like, oh, I get it. Okay, I'm going to clean our paintbrush. Ooh. Paint landed on my I can't step in that because I might walk on the carpet. Oh, I'll put a napkin on it. Paint emergency. There. Stay. Okay, now I'm going to get my turquoise stab. And I get to outline my eyes. And these are bigger, so this is going to be so much easier. So I land and swoop. And land and swoop. And I pull down and make a 6. Right? And then more turquoise. Poke. And pull. Why do we do it this way? To try to keep the top pointy. It's just a trick. Because if I go around them, I'll cut off the top and it will look like an egg. Just like we did the beak, how we did the landing. The landing was key to getting a pointy beak. Oh! Look how big this one is. It is a one poke of turquoise wasn't even enough. It's humongous. Run out of paint. Smoosh. More paint. Smoosh. Okay. Now I could do the sides. Bye lines. Oh, more paint. Oh yeah, there's paint on the other side of my paintbrush. Forgot. Oh, missed. Who's good at making smooth lines when you're outlining? I know. Because you use a lot of paint and it's very smooth. Because it's the amount of paint that makes a smooth edge. And then do side, side, And now we get to do scribbly. We're going to have to stop and get a lot of turquoise because this is way more space than we've been doing. You know, it's a lot of this is called negative space. Negative space means nothing's there. So we're like, oh, all right, we got to color that in. So I get more turquoise. Stop! And then I just do one section at a time and try to get rid of all that black that isn't an eye. Bye. Who's way more confident with how much paint you get and shoving it around and all that stuff? Aren't you like the boss of it right now? I was like, yeah, I already know how, lady. You can stop talking. I already know how. Ooh. My hair keeps touching my face.
Your painting is so neat and cool.
Thank you. Are you painting too?
Yep.
How's yours?
It's fine.
So does it match mine exactly, or is it a version of mine?
Doesn't look like you.
It's a version, right? It's because who's unique? You are. So would it match mine exactly? When I write a letter A, does mine look like a letter A? Yeah. And yours look like a letter A, but they don't match? But we both know what they mean, right? They don't have to match. They're just ish. We're doing ish. But look at the two tails. I got to make sure I put some blue into both worlds. And then, are you done with turquoise or did I beat you? I'm beating you? What the? You're so slow. No, you know why I'm fast? It's not because I'm smarter or better. It's because I've done it before. So my brain does not think about it.
I'm trying to beat you.
I'm not like, oh, I wonder if I'm doing it right. My brain just goes, remember the frustrating understanding to easy? I'm over here in easy because my brain's like, yeah, already done it. Boring. But you have to go through all three. You have to be frustrated and confused, then understanding. Most people give it up at frustrated and confused and they won't keep going. No, that's part of it. It's a brain thing. It's built in. Boom. Who's ready for blue? I'm gonna blue mine.
Look, paint the peacock. Paint the picture.
Luke is having a good time.
He's busy. He's busy trying to get all the paint out of his brush.
Oh, too much cleaning of the paint. Oh, but he's jumping from orange to blue. Look at the painting wheel. Let me show you the color wheel. Let me show you the story. So purple is opposite of yellow. What happens if you mix purple and yellow? Brown. Here's green and red. They're opposite. What happens if you mix them together? Brown. Here's blue and orange, our two colors. What happens if you mix them together? Brown. So it's good that he's washing his. Do you see what I mean? We only used orange one time. You ever play with Play-Doh and all of a sudden it looked like a cat turd? You didn't want to play with it anymore? You're like, Mom, my Play-Doh's ruined, right? It's because you thought that and that was pretty. Let me mix them together. And you didn't know the color wheel is capable of canceling. It's like sound on an oscilloscope. The sound cancels itself out. A high and a low makes a nothing. So they cancel each other out and just makes a blah. But we're not doing that because we're staying in that one color family. So as long as we stay in that color family, we can't hurt nothing. We don't have to clean our paintbrush like that. Okay, now I have to decorate with my blue. Dash, 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 dash. And am I going to be so careful this time? Please do not be careful. Don't we ruin all this when we put the magenta on? Yeah, so just like put the dash, 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 dash. Yeah. Now decorate it with the blue. But they're all going down, right? All the feathers are going down, 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 down. And I don't miss a spot because I want it just as beautiful as the tummy when I was learning. And I was like my brain was on high alert, right? Now you're like into the easy, boring part. And your brain goes like, no, I already know how. I don't want to do it anymore. Isn't that weird? Who would play a video game after you've memorized it? Boring, right? So once something's easy, our brain's like, don't care. That's why kids that learn very quickly, there has to be something next, or they get bored just like that. And their brain's like, and then they talk and get in trouble. Your child is so hyper. I think he just finished as fast and he's bored. Ooh, I'm decorating. Look, I got dark pieces, medium pieces, light pieces, and it's way brighter than my dark tummy. So interesting. Dash, 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 dash. Pick it up and drop it off and pick it up and drop it off. And I let turquoise live. I try not to touch the same spot twice. I'm just decorating. And guess what we get to do after we blue it? Put some magenta. Are we scribbling the blue in? No. One, feather, 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 right? Only thing we get to scribble is a turquoise when we're filling it in. Wait, Gracie. They go straight down because they would go in a dash dash. They go straight down, like they're pointing down. One. Don't let them be diagonal because that's not how feathers are. Because they all line up together, and then she preens them with her beak to make sure they're all going in the same direction so they don't cross. They're like, yes. Hey Gracie, turn your painting so you're comfortable. I don't need to look at it. It looks very awkward. You get comfy. You bend your elbow, get comfy. There you go. I could watch other people. Nice. Okay, magenta, who's ready or not? Here we come. Magenta, decorate. Okay, so remember it's a zigzag pattern? Let me tell you. So, okay, we did that one and that one. Ooh, then one right here. Maybe one in the middle and one right here at the bend or something. But they can't be across from each other like a box, like this one, this one, this one. No, they go this one up, down, down, up. They don't land in this, right? So I get my clean my paintbrush. There, I had a whole bunch of blue on there. And I'm gonna get a scoop of magenta, scoop. And I'm gonna drop it off like down the side. Boom. And then maybe on this side, but maybe like on the curve. Oh. And then there's some left over on my paintbrush, so I'm going to put it in the middle. But they didn't line up directly across from each other. That would just be awkward. And we've done this before. Who thinks she can make purple? Magenta, obviously. She stays magenta in those spots. But who eventually got some purple to happen? Fun, right? Okay, but these can't stay weird lines. We need to change her texture so it looks like feathers. So just touch them, dash, and just change her texture. So, and kind of make them bigger, but like 2 fingers big. You just go touch, touch, pick it up and drop it off and pick it up and drop it off. Okay, now it's the texture of feathers. It was a stripe and I don't want a stripe. I want it, okay. And then the next one, I pick it up and drop it off and kind of make a circle around itself. There. And then this one, here. Okay. I got a big clob. Get that off. And I give it permission to have nice rough edges because they're feathers, not an actual object, right? Now, go and touch the sides of it and try to run out of the magenta and it mixes with the blue. It makes purple. Watch this. So I go, oh, I'm going farther away and farther away and farther away from the magenta and it turns purple, super soft magenta, baby magenta. Oh, I went far. I got all the way to the middle with my middle before I ran out. It lasted me. Okay, now I'm going to do this middle one. And I go around her, yeah, and I kind of touch it so I could pick up some more magenta. And then I go farther away and farther away and farther away, and purple happens, and then I run out. And once it's invisible, then I can stop. I'm waiting for the misty invisible to happen, and then it's like thick, because dark magenta, medium magenta is when it becomes purple, but then light is when it turns to mist. Okay, now I could do this one. So I go, okay, pick it up a little bit and go farther away, maybe climb up the side a little bit. Oh, I went outside the line. Oh yeah, I get to make curls. I'll make that a curl. Okay, there. Purple pieces. Purple and magenta pieces. So pretty. We're putting a lot of magenta in this one. I'm really enjoying it because I like it when the color changes. My favorite part.
Look how mine looks.
What?
Yeah.
Look at it. So pretty.
Thank you.
Because now we're gonna draw our eyes, and we already know how, right? Outline it in white, green in the tummy. Outline it in white, green in the tummy. And does your edges have to be all perfectly smooth, or can they be ratty? They can be ratty. It's feathers, right? So I stab my white, and I just go, all right. And here.
Ava.
I'm just gonna make it white-ish. Oops, I'm thirsty. Dry throat. Too much talking.
Kayla, who are you trying to talk to, Kayla? Do you have a question? Unmute yourself.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes, please.
What's your question?
My question is that you gotta put white in these little things.
The little eyes.
Yes. And the drops? Yes, you're gonna put white in them. Watch Miss Pixie right now as she shows you how to do it, step by step.
Okay.
And once you outline them with white, then what do? Scribbly them inside with some white. Blah, blah, blah. But once you have an outline, well, now that I've gone outside the lines a few times, I think I should stop saying that. But I have gone outside the line. Whoops. Okay, now I'm going to get white. I don't need very much white. Because you remember how the white made the green turn invisible? So just a little bit of white. Blah, 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 blah. Fill it in.
Let's watch, Kayla.
Blah, 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 blah. But I outline them first. And what if I don't think I would pick up any color, any of the blue and turquoise color, because it's been a while since we visited and I think it's dry. So I don't think, sometimes I like to pick up the blue and the turquoise around it because it makes a shadow. But it doesn't always work. Because I have a fan on me. Because it's hot in here. So it dries my paint.
How you doing, Kayla? Did you fill those up? Look at how Miss Pixie's filling up the white.
Good job. Right? And then, where's my green? We're going to have to get bigger scoops of green. Remember how little last time it was? They were like itty bitty baby eggs. Now I can get green and get a little bigger scoop. Oh, and go, okay, well, do I want the green to touch the sides? No, but I can go as close to the sides as I want. And did it have to be all smooth? No, it's a scribble of green because it's made out of feathers. So I just go, scribbly, 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 scribbly.
Kayla, let's look. Let's take a pause and look at the step number 2. So after white, we're going to lay green over it. Look at Miss Pixie. Good job.
Can you see her?
Yeah.
Oh, I need way more green on that one. Look, it all turned to baby green. No. It wasn't enough green and my white was too thick. More green. Adjust the color.
Good job, Kayla.
And then look at the green we put on up here. It dried darker, huh? And then look at the wet green. That's a trip. Who's ready to finish it?
Dad, put it right here in imposter. He's the imposter.
He is. He's got a rainbow tail. Okay, now what do we do? Now we can do the whole rest of it. Outline all the things. Outline it. Fill it with the turquoise, put the blue, and put some more magenta. Who thinks this is gonna be easy? I know. Kayla, don't forget to put a little bit of green inside each one. Little green hearts. Little green scribbles inside each one. Okay.
Good job, Kayla. Any more questions?
No.
All right, awesome job.
Okay, now I'm gonna outline. Okay, let's just get. Well, you know how. How are we at the board stage? Is this too easy for you now? What? You've memorized it already? Okay, so we outline, turquoise it, blue it, turquoise it. What happened to your brain? Frustrated, nervous, confused. I think I understand it. It's getting easy, boring. And then we want to give up. We either want to give up when it's hard and frustrating, or we want to give up when it's easy. Hang in there. Okay, I'm going to stab my turquoise. Well, how about if we do this? How about you try to beat me then? All right, then.
Who can beat Miss Pixie?
I think Kayla's almost there. Okay, so now I'm going to outline. Right? And do I care so much about these outlines anymore? No, because we know we decorate them. That's it. We have confidence now. We know what the steps are. I can predict, right? So I'm like, oh, I don't know what's going to, no, you know exactly what's going to happen. So you're like, oh, okay, easy schmeezy, right? Meh. Except for when I put the blue on, I still want to be delicate because it sets the texture for everything else. And then now I only have 2 more eyes to paint around. Who's beating me?
It looks like Gracie's moving.
Oh, go Benjamin. Yeah. Manuel. Go Gracie. Go Caleb. Go Caleb. Caleb, me and you will do some eyes together, okay? But I have to catch up with you. I have to turquoise mine. Okay, now I'm going to outline the outside. And do we really care about the outside anymore? No. Guess, look what's going to happen. Look what's going to happen. Everybody pause and look up. Oh, we're going to make floofs. And we're going to put blue in it and magenta. So now I'm not so scared about going outside the lines. Okay.
Oh, I think Miss Pixie just told us a secret.
Is it green, Miss Pixie?
Oh, in the let me show you. Let me do one with you. I'm going to get white and then fill it in like you. Right? Oh, that wasn't a very good outline. More white.
If you need help filling in, now's the time to watch Miss Pixie.
Okay, now I got my little white one. Right? Now I'm going to get a scoop of green. Yeah. Tiny scoops when I do these ones. Teeny, tiny. But when I'm doing a big one, I get a scoop of green, and I land right in it like this. Smoosh. And I push it around. Oh, it's like a green little belly. I don't touch the edges. I just touch the middle. Aw. Just like that. Put the green tummy. The green tummy.
Little boy.
Do you have green? It's this green. You have this?
Yeah.
Yeah. But she doesn't stay that color. She dries a little darker. Okay, now let me go back to my turquoise. So I can catch up with Kayla. There. And then once I have an outline, then I feel more comfortable with filling it in.
Put in the green.
And me, I don't remember. I'm ahead of you.
Benji, show us where you're at. How far are you? Let us see what's going on.
I can't show him. You can see everything.
Is yours unique? Is yours just like your personality with a flair? Little bunches of paints and you're like with your paint and you're boom, right? So that's what I expect from you. I expect no less. How much you want to bet it matches? Your mom will say, oh my God, it looks just like you. Reminds me of you. And then people, who is it that was good at math? Gracie's good at math. Hers is fairly delicate and like dash. Why? Because her personality says so. That's how if we have to do it. We all get the same instructions in life, and we all get the same right, and then we all go, and then boom, our originality comes out. Like I wouldn't have done that way. I know. Okay, I'm almost done. Who beat me? Oh, me and Manuel at the same. No, you filled yours in white already. Boom. You're ahead of me because you paused to fill yours all in white. Manuel, I was actually showing Kayla this. That's why I paused and put white. But it doesn't hurt nothing because I bet you got to pick up some turquoise on yours. So yours will have a little extra something, something. By the time I get to my white, all my backgrounds will dry. Okay, it's all turquoisey. And look at how badly I did it. Look, black showing through. It looks all terrible. And I don't even care. How come? Because now I'm going to blue it. I'll put my texture. So I get my blue. And am I going to all do slow and careful? No, just little dashes. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Oh, then I'm out of paint. And I stop. And I get more. Look. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And more paint. Because now we're totally into the texture.
Okay, Herbert, leave it there.
And we have lots of flair. We're like, lots of flair. Oh, look, but look at that line right there where the old paint and the new paint are. I'm just going to let them touch and sew them together. Oh, and look how much brighter it is when she's wet, that blue paint, that purpley blue paint, so much brighter. That's right. That's what happens. So when I first started to paint, I had an art studio and I wanted to be an art teacher and no school district was hiring for art teachers, so I gave up and I just quit. And then I opened my own studio and then I had never painted in my life. So I had opened the studio and all the paints arrived and a bunch of canvases and I just started painting. Because I know on this planet that of course I don't know how to paint because I hadn't done it yet. And I can only learn by doing. So I made a whole bunch of ugly paintings. But every time I made a painting, I went, oh, it did the thing with the that's how they get that to do that. And then that one just sat on the floor. Started another one. And I was copying people online too. You know how you do. And then, but I had to learn it all the way to easy to teach it. So how many did I have to do? A lot of garbage. That's okay. That's the learning. I could not make fried chicken until COVID because we're home, right? And I also gained 10 pounds. But I made fried chicken finally. Finally! I learned how to do it. My very own.
Nice, Gracie. Nice.
But how many ugly chickens did I make? Where it was gross and it was raw. Right? I don't know what I'm doing. And then I learn it. But you guys have YouTube for your whole life. So like my power washer broke and I watched a YouTube video and it showed me how to fix it. You guys will always have YouTube. You're like, oh, I have an idea. And someone somewhere on the planet will make a video about it and you'll be like, oh, because we're monkeys and we like to watch people do stuff and then we learn it. When I was growing up, we had to read paragraphs and instruction booklets. So you'd get the instruction booklet and be like, never mind. Too hard. But watching someone do something like you're watching and then you're doing, how easy is it? Your brain's just like, I totally get it because I'm doing it. And then your brain's like, yeah. And your brain's adjusting the whole time. Yep. I don't know how to do it. Of course you don't. You just got here. How long have you guys been in the universe? Not very long, right? I've been in the universe for 53 years. I don't know. And that's not very long in the universe to know anything, really. So I only know what I've experienced. That's all. So if I would like to know more, I have to do more. I don't know how to do that. I know. Because you've never done it before. So if you've been in the universe for 10 years, that's not long enough to hold yourself responsible for knowing stuff. You just got here. I'll figure it out. I got it. Right? I have a regular human brain. I'll figure stuff out. And you just proved right here. Did you learn by doing? Did you figure it out? Yes. Okay, I painted my eyes white. Now I get to put green.
I'm still on my blue part.
Yeah, but I beat you because I've done this before. So there. Now I'm going to put green in it.
Mine's turning out good. Still ahead.
Your head. All right then. And I like how my green turns different versions of green because the white is wet. So it makes it light green, dark green. And I give it permission to be kind of scribbly because that's interesting.
Can I work right here? I'm winning so far.
You're winning? Good. Cool. Now clean our paintbrush pinch. Oh, I broke it again. These are little dollar store paintbrushes. They're like nothing. And if anybody has little specks, like we have little specks and stuff, they could be a cherry blossom floating down. We could call it anything we want. It's a little tiny bird far away. We don't care. It's a star. Oh, what am I forgetting right now? Doesn't this need some magenta? It has no purple in it. So I'm going to stab my magenta. Stab. Watch. Everybody pause and look up. Even if you're busy, watch me. Right? So it's a zigzag pattern to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. Oh, well then I have to go maybe here. Whoops, that one was big. But I'm just like trying to like jump around and not make them even Steven. Hello. And then go there. And maybe one near the bottom. Because the bottom's very jealous. Okay.
Like
but that's just a stripe. And it has no texture. It doesn't have the texture of feathers. How could I fix it? Give it a few touches, right? And change her texture. Just go, oh, let me just touch it. A little tiny, pick it up and drop it out. Oh, change her texture. Okay. Magenta. You could stay there, but I just need to change your texture so you're matchy-matchy. And it gets kind of bigger when I do this, but I don't care. And I have to go in the same direction as all my other feathers. Otherwise, he's not doing a good job of keeping himself preen. But then look how they look. Look like accidents. So let me go around the outside them and just drop off some, invisible, oops, that's too big. Softer. They turn purple. Oh, pretty. Oh, because it mixes with the blue. I pick up the magenta and drop it off in the blue. And pick it up and drop it off somewhere else. And pick it up and drop it off somewhere else. Not all of it, just some. Just so it has some purple pieces. So when I run out of magenta and it's almost like powder, it turns purple. Only when it's invisible.
Excuse me?
Question.
Can I show you something?
Yes, please.
I added some arms and legs.
Let me see. Where are you? Oh, there's Luke. Luke! Hey, decorate the eyes. Do you have a phone? Can you look up Peacock? You know peacocks, right? They go like this, and they have all those eyes behind them. They have a color, and then a little, like we have the black dot in our eye, and a little black dot. Okay? So decorate those so they're not just white. They're just staring at me white. Decorate them. Okay? Now, what did you love about this one that one doesn't have? Little curls, but here's the trick. Especially Gracie, watch out for this because you're going to be just like me. The same size, swoop, swoop, swoop. They're exactly the same height. And 2 fingers apart, 2 fingers apart, 2 fingers apart. Oh, I didn't hold it high enough. Watch, 2, 1 finger big, 2 finger. Oh. I don't know because humans like patterns. So they're going to be like 6s, but try to make some of them slightly taller, some of them slightly wider, and then some babies. But they curl. And then with turquoise, then we could put blue, and we pull the blue into the tail, right? And then maybe some of them have magenta. You want to do the top first? Okay, and we try to you just go whoo, like a little 6 or a G and you let go. So I'm going to get turquoise step. And I just maybe some baby ones. And I just go 6. Ooh. That's not as good. My next one will be better. Watch. Whooshy. Oh, it's like a wave. Whoosh, whoosh. Okay, that's not enough paint. Okay, whoosh. Okay, that's nice. Up, up, and I let go real soft at the last second, so there's spikes, right? And then, okay, if that one's baby and that one's big, let me make a medium one. I'm a medium one, medium. Okay. And then maybe baby, baby, baby. I'm trying to make a little pattern. And then maybe a big honking one. Woo, 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 I'm Jacanic, right? And then medium and baby, 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 okay? Okay, now that's just turquoise. And now that I've seen blue and magenta, right, I would like to decorate these a little bit. So I just get some blue and remember when we very first thing we did was those little head things, right? And we just streaked the blue on top. What if all we're doing is trying to not let this turquoise be lonely? So we just go whoosh. We're not painting over it blue, but we just like a little something, something. And then look, everybody pause and look up. Oh, let me pull this blue back into the, okay. So she is attached to the tail. Okay. So I get blue. Flick, 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 flick. Flick, 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 flick. And then pull her back into the tail.
Mine doesn't really look like
But everyone, you're going to have different kinds of flicks than me.
Hold on, you guys. We're busy.
Okay, now what about the bottom? Those curls can go under and over. But look at it's under, it's not on the tummy. It's not the rim, it's down here in this corner. But over, under, over, under, and they go both directions. So I go, all right. First it's the turquoise and I just go maybe under, a little bit over. And under. Oh, those are the exact same size. I told you I would do the same size. And then, I'm going to go the opposite way. But it's like a wave. It's thickest where it's attached. Thickest where it's attached. Skinny on the end. And then maybe some baby curls. Baby pieces. So it's a little rougher on the edge, right? And now, well, that looks just turquoise. Boring. So I go, okay, let me blue it. I'll put some blue. And then pull it into the branch. Pull it into the tail. A little bit of blue. Just to give it a little something, something. Attach it to the tail. She looks really bright compared, right? Because she's wet blue. But and then we're going to add some magenta. You want to see? Just get some magenta and just everybody pause and look up. I just have some magenta and I'm just going to go, oh. Just put a little magenta something in there. Pew, 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 pew. See?
You want a question?
Question.
No, but I made my.
You did the eyes? Can I see? How did you decide to do yours?
Nice, Kayla.
Look at her cute face. Let me see her tail on the bottom tail. Lift it up, so I can see her tail. Oh, and she has curls and everything. Okay, last thing. Let me show you what all we have left is to put the eyes in there. Here it is in blue, nice and thick, just a bloop. Dark, right? It's going to be really bright blue, but it dries dark. Or in black. Okay, you decide if you like the blue. I did them both and I can't decide, so I'm showing you both. I'm going to do mine in blue. I don't know, because it's fun. I don't know. And then I get a scoop of blue. Watch me, everybody watch. And I just go, like a pupil in an eye, like an egg yolk. Dash, 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 dash. Oh, then I'm out. Look, it didn't do nothing. More paint, step. Egg yolk, egg yolk. Whoop. This is a little poke. Dash, a globe. And I just kind of using the side of my paintbrush because the tip of my paintbrush will make a tiny little baby dot. So I'm using the side of my paintbrush and I'll swipe. A swipe. A swipe. And a swipe. Or you could use your finger. You could use your fingerprint. That would also be cute.
Look how mine's turned out.
Let me see. Whoa, Benjamin, see? You look at how you did your eyes. Completely unique. Just like you. Look at, oh, you decided to go black. That is so cool looking. Oh, and look at your, oh, look at the color. And magenta. You made purple. Great job, Castellana family. Oh, nice. Manuel, I love all your finger, huh? You could put these little dots in the eye. That's your fingerprint. Yeah. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop. Just a fingerprint big. Bloop. But the little ones, your fingerprint would be too big because your finger's big. So I would use my paintbrush up there for the little one. So who feel like this came out better than you thought it would? Remember when you saw it and you were like, yeah, right, lady. There's no way I can make this. Yeah, right. Yeah. And then when we started to have a little bit success and you're like, well, I guess I can. Well, sort of. And then how your confidence grew real slow as you were figuring it out. Because that's Earth, right? You're like, I don't know how to do it. I know. Because you have to do it to know. It's weird. What if you wanted to learn how to be better with your anger? What are you going to need lots of? Lots of people to make you mad. Secret practice. So you say, thank you, siblings. Thank you, spouse. Right? Thank you, Mom. You helped me with learning how to use my anger more efficiently, more carefully. Because this is Earth. I like your curls, Kayla. Very curly on the tail. Look at how confident you got. Curls, curls. Nice. They're magenta. And they go like this, huh? Just like mine. How about the bottom? Do the bottom ones curl upside down? Just a couple? And then sometimes, look, Kayla, sometimes I put itty bitty just born baby ones. Little. Just so they don't match, you know. There's some, and then beep beep. Like just one little feather got loose. Good job, you guys.